Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, Psycho Worldwide in association with One Mind Entertainment proudly brings to you two of the greatest podcast hosts in the world. I am Crazy Kevin. He is at the bottom, Dan Jones, and we are Two Fat Guys Podcast. What it do, what it do, what it do. And we also got our partner in crime, aka Dick Clark. Welcome to the show. How y'all fellas doing this Saturday?
What up?
Good, man. We good. How you feeling?
I'm Gucci,
Survive
man.
the rains. That's all. You know, we had bad weather down here. I ain't was out there floating nowhere, so I'm good.
Oh yeah, most definitely. We got hit with that down up here.
I think we're supposed to get
doing
hit.
all right.
I think we're supposed to get hit with like the leftovers of it, like the remnants of it this weekend. Like tomorrow.
Hey, look, your nephew Dan just won his game today too, man. 62-0.
Say what?
Your nephew Dan just won his football game today, 62-0.
Hold up, yeah. What football game?
They stopped the game at a certain point.
If you score a certain amount before halftime, but they didn't.
Either way, yo. So all right. I know this is not our topic or like our field, but I think it should be a mercy rule, even in professional sports. Like, I like the referee should walk over, like the official should walk over to the head coach, be like, "Hey, look, man. If you want to go ahead and throw that white flag in, it's okay because y'all getting walked."
Back in the day, yeah. If you have like 30-some odd points,
Dan was going in the fourth quarter, jumping up and down. I was like, "What?"
Did they at least put the second third string in?
Huh?
Said both y'all were talking at the same time, but I got what y'all was saying.
My bad.
So, but man, yo, we are here tonight. We're gonna have like normal shenanigans. It's normal, you know how we do with the shenanigans.
Yes, I'm very turned up today.
I'm turned up today. I went to work today. I'm actually pretty good right now.
You put my disclaimer out there. The views of aka Dick Clark was not the views of the Two Fat Guys podcast. So please don't kick him off the air because something I said.
We appreciate that. Thank you.
Yo, shenanigans already.
So the views and opinions expressed by aka Dick Clark is not necessarily the views and opinion expressed by Two Fat Guys podcast. There we go. That's the whole professional discussion.
Now that that's out the way. Beep, 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 bleep, bleep. No.
Right. So it's not like club makes all these beeps.
Right.
You know what? Yo, shut up. We're not even going to do this right now.
You said no.
No, my phone is geeking.
And the next time they say something, tell them I say kiss my.
Just kiss it. Kiss my bump.
Kiss my bump? For real, kiss my bumper, yo?
You remember that commercial?
Yeah, I remember that commercial, yo.
Yes, kiss my bumper.
I don't think if you're not from Baltimore, you're not going to know what that commercial.
He was Medea before Medea was Medea.
Right.
Yeah, for real. Shout out to Unbothered Azor. That is my son. So shout out to him. Thank you for tuning in tonight. We appreciate you. Salute.
Yeah.
So, what up? I thought you said yo. All right.
He was
anyway.
saying yo like yo.
Oh, okay. What's up? Gotcha. All right. So we about to jump into this. And we also got Miss Voorhees. Hey. How you doing, Miss Voorhees? Good evening, Madame. Madame, good evening.
Well, thank you, Sugar Plum.
Oh, my Lord Jesus. So, tonight we got part of the What If series. This is like our 4th episode with this particular part of the series. And we're looking to have some fun tonight, get into this. And we're going to be raising a lot of questions. And as normal, trying to stir up a little bit of controversy while we having some shenanigans. So, what is the subject? So, just a little bit. So, what is the subject for the night of this What If? It is a two-piece. Two-piece with a biscuit. Two-piece with a biscuit. All right, it is what if Cody never finished the story or never finishes, the his story, or Roman never becomes tribal chief. So
Yeah.
this is going to be a little special. So we're going to start with Cody, and I got some backdrop information from Mr. Reynolds, aka Cody Rhodes, and it's kind of crazy when I looked at did my little research on Cody versus Roman. Roman has a, I know Roman's been in the business less time than Cody, but Roman has a lot more accolades, which is crazy, just overall. But we're gonna get into that. But right here, we're gonna get into Cody's. I'm just gonna put that right there. So with that being said,
Here we go.
with that being said, we're gonna do the introduction to Cody Rhodes. And with the introduction to Cody Rhodes, it's going to be Cody Garrett Reynolds Rhodes, born Cody Rhodes Reynolds, June 30th, 1985.
Hold on. I'm sorry. His middle name is who?
Garrett.
Oh, I thought you said Derek. I said I know they be saying Cody was black, but I was like, yo, his name is Derek.
That cut the cake right there. Cody was black.
I'm sorry.
That explains so much, right? No,
I thought
Derek.
His name was Raheem, but they were saying his name was Cody Raheem Rhodes. But go ahead.
Cody Antonio Ramos.
Y'all gonna let me get through this?
What? I'm sorry. My bad.
All right, stop. He's an American professional wrestler and actor. He is currently signed to WWE, where he performs on the SmackDown brand. He is the current undisputed WWE champion, recognized as both the WWE Championship and the WWE Universal Champion in his first reign. He's also known for his time at All Elite Wrestling, AEW. The son of wrestler Dusty Rhodes, American Dream, and half-brother of wrestler Dustin Rhodes, he rose to the top during his first tenure in WWE from 2006 to 2016. I did not know he was with the company for 10 years at that time. Jesus. He adopted various gimmicks under his real name before being repackaged as a melodic spinoff of Dustin's Goldust. Excuse me, melodramatic spinoff of Dustin's Goldust. Character named Stardust. I like that character. He also wrestled for promotions such as TNA, also known as Total Nonstop Wrestling, New Japan Pro Wrestling, NJPW, and Ring of Honor, ROH. Outside of wrestling, he is served as a judge on a competition series, Go Big Show. I vaguely remember I think that was on the same people that host AEW, which I think is TBS.
Yeah, it came on right afterwards. That was a good show.
Yeah, I never seen it. Probably because I never watched AEW. And starred with his wife, Brandy Rose, on the reality show Rose to the Top. Before I continue, I just want to say I think that was kind of a rip from the Ms. and Mrs.
It was.
Because, I just found that a little bit, but I never even watched that. I did watch Ms. and Mrs., but I didn't watch Rose to the Top.
I watched Mrs.
I did too.
I watched one episode of the Miz show, and that was about it.
I actually liked that. It was funny. Championships and accomplishments. Amateur wrestler, Georgia State Tournament. Champion at 189 pounds, 86 kilograms weight class, 2003 and 2004. Professional wrestling, All Elite AEW TNT champion 3 times, and he was the inaugural champion. AEW Dynamite Award, have no idea what that is, 1 time. Best moments on the mic 2021, accepting dog collar match on AEW Dynamite September 30th episode. He is also a ESPY award winning for best WWE moment of 2022, returning to WWE at WrestleMania 38. Male Wrestler of the Year 2023. And he's wrestled for, let me see, what else? Accolades. Global Force Wrestling, which is GFW Next Gen Champion. He was 1-time champion in National Wrestling Alliance, NWA Heavyweight Champion 1 time, New Japan Pro Champion, IWGP United States Heavyweight Champion one time. And he's won the New York Post Match of the Year 2022 versus Seth freaking Rollins in the Hell in a Cell. And Promo of the Year 2023 shared with Sami Zayn on WWE Raw. His WWE highlights are as follows. I know this is a lot I'm going through, so thank y'all for your patience. WWE highlights: WWE Championship one time, Karen. WWE Universal Championship one time, Karen. WWE Intercontinental Championship 2 times. WWE Raw Tag Team Championship 4 times with Drew McIntyre once, Goldust twice, Jey Uso once. Oh,
What?
The man is putting in some work. He put in some work.
WWE SmackDown Championship one time with Jey Uso. That's when they unified the titles. World Tag Team Championship 3 times with Hardcore Holly and Ted DiBiase 2 times. Men's Royal Rumble 2023-2024, 34th Triple Crown Champion. So he's the 34th person in WWE history to be a Triple Crown Champion. Slammy Awards 5 times. Best Entrance of the Year 2024. Male Superstar of the Year 2024. Outstanding Achievement of... When I read this, I debated if I should put this in here or not. But I'm putting it in here.
Outstanding
Get that
achievement.
man his flowers. Come on now.
Outstanding Achievement of Baby Oil Application.
Say what?
No Diddy. Keep it going. Keep it moving. We're not going to dwell on it. We're going to keep it moving. Go ahead. Keep rolling. We can't stay here. Keep rolling. We can't stay here.
Oh, Jesus. In 2010, Rivalry of the Year 2024. Thank you, Nah. Rivalry of the Year 2024 versus Roman Reigns. And Tag Team of the Year 2013 with Goldust. Oh.
I mean, you know, sometimes people miss spots when they put that oil on. So, I mean, to get that type of accolade, that means you are detail-oriented when it comes to lapping the grease on the meat. He greases meats well.
All right. Oh, my God. We got so many.
I didn't even know there was an award for that.
I did not even until I read it.
I'm about to say, because I might be a contender. In my day, I was good. I was good with the Johnson & Johnson.
I had to fact check the crap out of that. So hold on. Hold on. We got comments.
I cannot believe that's an award, bro. I can't.
Yeah.
All right. So shout out to
What
Chris.
is the name?
Thank you, Chris. It was the baby oil application. Shout out to Chris. Thank you for joining.
Baby oil application.
Yes, best application of baby oil. What up, Ryan? Thank you for tuning in, fam. We appreciate you. Yeah, there they go flirting with each other again. We need them to stop that.
Don't be mad.
She's the list. LOL. Look, it's a lot, Chris. It was a lot. Okay. Brian said.
Wait till Roman is.
Brian said that's the Diddy Award. Can't stop. Won't stop.
Take that. Outstanding baby oil application. Right.
Winner, chicken dinner. Oh, Lord.
Like, do you put it in your palm? Do you hit yourself up or do you squirt?
Stop.
You're not helping.
I'm trying to figure out, how do you get that award? Who's watching you to determine you are the best at doing this?
Shout out to Sean. Sean, I'm with you, Sean. I have so many questions. I have to stop now.
In order to be that good at it,
hold on.
How do you get to your back? Because now I'm curious. If you're that good at it, do you get that type of award? That means your back got done. How you got your back, sir?
Oh, Lord.
This is a very important skill.
Chris said Goldust. Ooh, I recognize a name I recognize.
She got a name. She finally be like, yeah, I got that one.
We got to update her on the record.
Wow, that wasn't helping. Yeah, I'm with you, Chris. That's not helping nothing. Nah, stop.
Because, sir, again, as a fellow applicant of said oil in his day, I need to know, how does someone say, you know what, out of all these 2,000 some odd people that wrestle that we've come across, you are the epitome of oil application.
in the year 2010, which means there was awards prior to this and possibly after.
Now you are tasked to go find the previous winners of said award.
No, I'm not. Nope. If you choose to do that in your free time and care to share, be my guest. Okay.
That's all right. I got somebody on here that know how to research stuff very well. I'm on it.
I told
you.
I debated if I should actually post that or not, and here we are. If I should read that, and here we
are. Greasy Meat Award goes to Cody.
Yeah, Sean. Well, Sean, what you tuned into, Sean, is shenanigans. So that's what you tuned into.
Yes, you did.
We were what, 17 minutes into? Yeah. Okay, so we're starting early.
It's usually the half an hour mark before we get started.
Was this like Johnson & Johnson or Equate? Because you know that Equate stuff is like water. All right, Emma, go ahead. What? I'm sorry. Let's focus.
So for our Spotify listeners, you can't see the faces that Daniel and I are making because, But if you would like to see the faces we're making, you can go to our Facebook page or YouTube channel and watch this episode and see the faces that we're currently making right now at Nah, aka Dick Clark.
That doesn't help.
It doesn't, but still. I mean,
and
the fact that he said that he was once upon a time, and at some point in time in his life, he was an a baby or applicator. It's just, I'm just saying. So
you gotta be a luchador of the lubricants, sir. You gotta know
a luchador of the lubricants.
Yes, sir.
What are you talking about? What?
So which means I understand. I know how Cody got to where how he got that award.
I mean, 2010 he was with Brandy, so let's just assume Brandy was the one.
Okay,
putting the baby on his back.
You're with me.
So should he be getting this award, or should Brandy be getting this award?
I'm sure he returned the favor. I'm 100% positive.
Okay, so we are going to talk about Cody and what if Cody never finished the story.
What if he never used the door?
So before we jump into the what if Cody never finished the story, I have a question. Should Cody turn heel?
He can't. He can't. Not at least right now. Right now, he can't.
Nah, do you need to be put in timeout early in the show?
Ma'am, I didn't bring up this topic. Your husband and his co-host brought up the topic. I'm just asking questions.
I did not break. Look, I was reading Cody Rhodes' accolades, and for whatever reason, that was one of his accolades. Okay, I don't know why, I don't know how, but it is. That's all I was doing. I'm just a messenger. And I said I debated if I should deliver that message or not. And even right now, I was like, I don't know if I should read it. And y'all guys was like, go ahead and read it. Now,
don't read it again. So we forgot one accolade though.
Oh Lord, what?
He was on the cover of 2K24.
Okay, he was. But
very true. And he wasn't greasy on the cover.
No, because I was saying he shared the cover because you had his version and you also had Bianca and Rhea.
Yeah, he was on the standard copy of the game.
Right.
Although the digital version, I don't like the fact that he's the face. Like it don't change over to them two. It just stays him.
Yeah, that's how it is. Even on the actual game itself. So when you load the game up, it's his face. So technically, he's still the face of the game.
I don't like it.
It should rotate. It should rotate like every month between them three.
So, yeah, I'm pretty sure you do know how he got the award, Ms. Voorhees. Stop now. Chris said the baby oil conversation. LOL. Sean, I'm going to the river and sing hymns.
I mean, Cody he was married to Brandy, so whatever he did with that oil is in line with the Lord.
And I'm assuming Sean is agreeing with Viva that you need to go in timeout because he put yes. So I'm not sure, but I'm pretty sure he will tell us. All right.
It's your turn already.
The question is, Should Cody turn heel? You said no. I'm gonna say this. Okay. Let's say, all right, why?
I said he
I'm gonna
can't.
ask you why.
I didn't say no. I said he can't.
Okay, why can't he turn heel? I already know the
Right
answer, but I
now,
want you to elaborate.
so Cody is the temporary new face of the company. He's been trying forever to be the top baby face in wrestling. Back when he was in AEW, and they wasn't trying to let him do that. They wanted him to be heel. Then he gets to WWE. He defeats the mighty Roman, and now he's the super face of the company. He's the more dressed up version of John Cena right now. Kids love him. If you watched the show the other night, they got the little, clear people kids with the Homelander jackets on and the bleach blonde hair. No, he can't. That's too much money. If he goes heel right now, that's like at least 4 or 5 million down the drain in merchandise.
It still fascinates me how you could refer to Caucasian people as clear people.
Yeah, the clear people. Too many clear people. Too many little clear fans. Too many people love him as a face. When he comes out, he got the suits on. Now, granted, he can still be a heel with the suits on, but I seen heel Cody when he was doing the New Japan stuff and the ROH stuff. I'm cool with that. But right now, his bread and butter is being a face and being a baby face. He can't, even if he wanted to, he can't right now.
All right, Dan?
I say yes. He should be. I think that everything is in line enough for everybody to eventually, for him to snap, quote unquote, in the words of Homelander. Or if you ever seen the movie The Cartoon Invincible, where dude snapped and wiped out his whole squad. It's everybody slowly turning against him. It's like Solo said, it was, you couldn't beat me with KO and Randy. You wouldn't have got Roman. Roman already got ties to everybody else here. Everybody he didn't defeated is already in his card already. So why not bring him into this situation? Everything that Cody has done is going to start to backfire on him. It's just going to be a big buildup. Now, Sami Zayn got his belt. He done lost his belt. They getting title shots. Jay just won his belt. Everybody he brought back is now getting their shine, and it's on a matter of time for Cody loses his shine, and now he's back at the bottom. It's only a matter of time, and it feels right for him to be a heel at this moment. You slowly see it chipping away when you watch a SmackDown.
No, so let me ask you this, because you mentioned SmackDown, which is what I was about to go into. Last night, you seen somewhat of a rift, but not really, like they're leading up to a possible rift between him and KO when Randy's trying to be Switzerland. So do you think KO is going to turn on? Maybe not right away. So two-part question. Do you think Cody's going to turn on Roman after the match? Or do you think Cody's going to turn on KO because of the match?
I don't think Roman is going to turn. Cody's going to turn on Roman, because one thing to know for certain is that they're both men of their word. If there's a turn, it's going to be because something happened in that cage match. But let's just say Roman made a mistake and Superman punched Cody, or he speared Cody, and that goes off the wrong way. Or I don't even think KO is going to be the one to turn. I think it's Randy Orton.
I got Randy being the one to turn, because he's being too calm right now.
He's too calm in the situation.
That's out of his character.
You can actually see when KO turned around how quickly Randy got in his face. Like, bro, hey, listen, I'm your boy. Cut that shit out.
I got
this. One too many times, bro. He's being a good guy too much. Last time he was this happy, it was with Riddle.
I need to add on to my point. I think Cody I don't think he can turn heel, but I think it's going to happen organically, because people are going to get tired of the smiling and the baby face, the hero, the nice guy, Cody. And eventually, he may start losing some of them cheers. And then you can kind of pull that trigger. Once you realize people are kind of booing you instead of cheering you, then you got that opportunity to pull that trigger.
That's kind of like what happened with Roman. Because Roman wanted to be the face. They wanted Roman to be the face. Trying to groom him to eventually take John Cena's place. But he wound up going the route of his cousin, where it was like, all right, since you want to boo me, I'm going to give you a reason to boo me. But I think Cody is far from that. And Roman even got to the point when he was Roman is one of the few people in like the New Day who got booed, but didn't want to be cheered for being buttholes. That's what happened to Roman. Roman was getting booed as the tribal chief, but eventually he started getting cheers as the tribal chief, and he was still a heel.
Roman was being cheered for being Roman.
Right. That's like Roman before was the Roman that Vince wanted Roman to be. Once Roman was just being himself, being Joe, it was a wrap.
But I think that's the thing, though. Like, I think the thing that some people, like wrestling fans, we can tell when you're being authentic. Like when the character is you versus a character that you're acting as.
Don't nobody tell you say your prayers to eat your vegetables every day, bro.
I don't even want to talk about it. Let's move on. I was angry the whole weekend because I watched a documentary. But go ahead. You're right. It's got to be dark hair, Cody.
I need black hair or brunette Cody.
Gotta be brunette.
Right. He right though. I need that Ring of Honor Cody.
Right. He can't be a bad guy looking like his daddy. He got to go back to dark hair, dashing Cody Rhodes.
Bring me the aviator jacket, and you got to bring Brandy back with you.
Marquis says that Cody won't turn heel until he loses the title.
I agree.
Nah, I don't. I think it'd be better if he had it when he was heel. If he turned when he was heel.
I kind of want to see him if he does turn. I want to see him turn with the championship.
I want to see him turn with it because now you put yourself in a whole other category with old enemies but made new rivals. We gotta remember the Cody Seth situation ain't over yet. I really want him to fight Jey Uso.
Just got to deal with the Rock later on down the line. So how you gonna turn him to deal with that?
Hey, you can always flip it. You can always flip it. If it's a certain time for stuff to get flipped, that'll be the part right there. He probably get into his head. Whatever he gave him after WrestleMania will be the ticket right there.
I need him to stay the final boss. I need him to stay in that character. That's the best version of him.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Oh yeah, it's definitely gonna be one. I would love to see him go against Jey Uso just because of the fact you the one brought him back, got him all the success, and something happened down the line where now he's starting to overpower you and you the world champion.
All right, so I'm gonna move on to the next question dealing with Cody, which is what if Cody never finished the story? Say we have WrestleMania 40, rolls into Philadelphia, and 2 years in a row, Cody does not finish the story. What happens now?
You, sir?
He'll be the best mid-carder. He will literally turn into Sami Zayn. You're going around fighting Braun Breaker all day long. We don't trust you to get the job done with the big one. It's the same thing they did with Jey Uso. You couldn't win the big one, so now you had to drop back down.
Well, it wasn't that Jay couldn't win the big one. I don't think they had the confidence in Jay winning the big one.
I mean, well, if you lose 2 years in a row, your confidence will be going down too. Yeah, I think it's not
in a row because of interference, though. Well, like he was getting beat clean.
Right. Remember, it wasn't that Jay lost these matches. The only match Jay lost clean,
Gunther.
Was Gunther. But every other title match he had, big little bro, I got you.
But see, that story was saying that he can't do it without his brother. That's a whole that whole story. But Cody turned the heel with that one. No, he wouldn't. I mean, if he'd have lost, nah, it wouldn't be the same Cody. He'll be on that whole stick of trying to get it back any way he can to get back in that picture, and it wouldn't have worked. You got too many people to go after. Picture Cody versus Braun.
I don't think Cody would have settled. I don't think Cody would have settled for mid-card because that's not why they brought him back to be a mid-card. Like their purpose was to put him in the main event. Like it was leading up to this. So at the same time, I know we're talking in the what if factor.
Right.
I don't think Cody. If Cody didn't finish the story at WrestleMania 40, I don't think we'd have went a whole nother year before he finished it. But I do think at some point in time it had got finished. Probably because or Survivor Series because you gotta close the story out. You got to. Like, you got to. What I'm looking for? Like it or not, you got to have a happy ending. Pause. But you got to have a happy ending.
I mean, do you really?
You should. It should be the reward.
In this particular instance, yes, because you're not just fighting for yourself. His whole purpose of winning his title was to win the title that his father won but never won.
Right, but when he lost the first time, I think the crowd wasn't behind him enough.
No, they were behind him. Cody had 100% fan participation and push behind him at 39.
Listen, so how did you feel when you watched my fault? How did you feel when I hate to compare it to this, but it's so true? When Thanos won an Infinity War.
I've learned every story doesn't have a happy ending.
Right.
But in this instance, and this is just not like comparing to Thanos. Like, see, so here's the problem with that. Here's the problem with that particular example you gave me, because you knew already the outcome of that. You see what I'm saying? Like, you know, if you followed the Avengers, you knew that Thanos was going to wipe out everybody. But in wrestling, we think sometimes it's like what Roddy Piper used to say. You may think you know the answers, but I changed the questions.
Right.
And since then, and hold on. But and since we were phasing out of the VKM to the Triple H era, there were a lot of swerves being thrown.
Yeah, I'm happy they didn't go that route. I was kind of happy that he lost just because of the fact that everybody else deserved a shot. I didn't want him to come right in and get the Royal Rumble win.
I looked at it. I knew he was going to lose because it would have been too obvious for him to win. Mm-hmm. So he went later on down the line, which eventually he did. Now that I know he's going to win the Royal Rumble back to back and have his whole 2-year running thing. No, and then they did the Brock Lesnar trials and all that other kind of stuff he had to go through to get back there. Kind of similar to what they did with Roman when Roman lost, when they thought he was going to win, and they made him go through all these trials and tribulations to get back to WrestleMania, and he ends up winning that year. Do I think if he never finished the story, then they would have lost money. That was too much money invested in Cody to finish the story.
So that would have been money. So Sean says, then move Cody onto other things, and Cody could have been Jake the Snake Roberts, the guy you have to beat to get to the champion.
Clear people were invested too much into Cody for him not to win.
Yeah, it was too much finance and emotional investment. Ms. Voorhees said Cody holds the baby oil title, won in 2010. No documented winners before him or after him.
Did she just look it up?
She's a research geek, I'm telling you.
So we made up an award and gave it to him?
That's how much, again, that's how much these people are invested in Cody.
Do I get the most little Debbie Brownie ate in a day?
He was with the company in 2010 because he left in 2016. So he
Clear
was with the WWE. Yes.
Cody. Cody is this generation's Hulk Hogan.
No, don't do that. Don't do that.
I'm dead serious. This is how much they regard Cody.
Like don't insult that man. Okay, in that aspect, but please don't compare no upstanding person to Terry Beluga.
What I'm saying is,
whatever.
Clear people and everybody loved Hogan back then is the way they love Cody right now. So for him to lose 2 years in a row, not only would they have lost money, they probably would have had a ride on their hands.
Yeah.
Video game is shot. I mean, they had way too much invested in Cody to win. They brought that man back to win.
Yeah. But and plus, once you put him on the cover of the game, you kind of knew he was winning. Like,
yeah, unless you pull a presidential election, just
And Chris.
Oh, I know that name too.
Chris Jackson.
So basically, you haven't been watching wrestling since the ice cream bars days, but it's okay. We're gonna get you up to speed.
Yep.
Hey, she actually did watch. She sent me a clip of Rikishi, a promo that Rikishi did when he walked up the ramp and picked the hat up and started dancing. And I did send her the Macho Man Cream of the Crop promo, and she loved it.
Yeah.
She loved it. She was like, if you pull out one more half and half.
Fan.
She said, I'm trying. I really am. All right, so I guess we come to the consensus that if Cody didn't finish the title, it might have draw for real. That was so random. That was so random. Spotify's listeners, Danny just pulled up a Uno draw 4 card. And if you don't know what a Uno draw 4 card is, Google it and then go sit in the corner because you did not have a good childhood.
You were deprived.
Very much so.
A lot of fights started over this game.
Uno is like the cheapest game you can have in the house. So if you can afford Uno, something's wrong.
Uno was low budget stage.
I learned growing up in a black household that it's 2 games that you cannot play and not take personal.
Spades and Uno.
Yes. Spades and Uno.
And dominoes, apparently.
Dominoes, yeah. I'm not really big on dominoes. I know how to play it, but that's not my cup.
And dice.
Well, dice is just because you're involving money now, so that's a problem.
What, you never played for Monopoly money?
I've never played Monopoly.
I've
never played Monopoly with real money, and I think people that play Monopoly with real money have jobs that are not documented by the IRS.
No, I said play roll dice for Monopoly money.
No, we play Monopoly with real money.
No, he's asking, have you played dice with Monopoly money?
No, I ain't. We do that. Play real.
I admit to illegal gambling aspects,
Sir, you admitted last week that you was a whole jigger. No. That's okay. Go ahead.
Let's see, that part of my life my wife knows about. Honorable mention, dominoes, and dice.
Statute of limitations. Yeah.
FBI over here. I plead the fifth.
All right, so we pretty much come to the consensus that that Cody may or may not have still been in this type of situation, in the place that he is, if he didn't finish the story. So we are going to now get into our.
It might be worse because AEW would probably took over at that point.
Roman got the award for the most water being used on the hair. 62 gallons.
The flyest sneakers ever.
The most Jordans wore on a television program. The only wrestler to get his own Jordans.
Just you could save a lot of reading. Just say Roman won damn near everything. That is the win.
No, it is. I'm about to get into this Roman thing. What's the stage name? What are you talking about? The stage name? Please explain. And Sean says Cody and Diddy. Stop! I'm not finishing that comment. No. Nope.
Sir, don't deprive the people who can't see.
Sean says Cody and Diddy had a lot of oil. That's been my takeaway.
One of them had oil, the other one had GHB, but that's a whole nother story.
No, one of them had oil, other one had oil and GHB.
Yeah.
Either way, it's a slippery slope.
They were clapping 2 different types of cheeks. Just understand that.
Were they though?
Sir.
Yo, stop picking up the draw 4 card like people that on Spotify can see this, y'all.
You trying to tell me Cody got Brandy at home and he trying to worry about Sami Zayn? No, we're not doing that, sir.
Man said,
oh my God, she said, in your past life, what was your stage name? Inquiring. I don't have a past life. We're not even going to get into that.
Mine was Roundabout.
1,000 bottles, 1,000-day rain. Yo. Did you say roundabout, yo?
Roundabout. Yo, that is actually kind of dope, though. Especially if he was a big dude. Roundabout. You can actually use that in a day. Dan Roundabout Jones. Change that tag name for next week.
Our Father who art in heaven.
Dan Roundabout Jones.
Thy kingdom come, thy will be done.
You got Crazy Kev. Dan Roundabout Jones. We are two. Come on, yo. That's gonna be dope.
No.
That's golden, bro.
No. I have to go to church on Sundays. No.
Well, you can get there roundabout 1, 2 o'clock.
Stop. Nope. So we're moving on to the tribal chief known as Roman Reigns.
We'll roll out.
So please forgive me, tribal chief, if I butcher your first name. I've tried to find a proper Google pronunciation. No, he has a name before Joseph. Joseph is actually
something leaky or something crazy.
Yeah, it's Leeti. It's Leeti. Yeah. Leati. Leeti Joseph Ananoy, born May 25th, 1985, better known by his ring name Roman Reigns, is an American professional wrestler and former football player. As a wrestler, he has been signed to WWE since 2010. Hey, it's the same year Cody Rhodes won his Baby Oil Award. And currently performs on the SmackDown brand. He is the former bloodline. He is a former leader of the Bloodline stable and a member of the Anawani family. Reigns' title reign of 1,316 days as the undisputed WWE Universal Heavyweight Champion was the fourth longest world title reign in WWE history and the longest championship reign since 1988. After playing football for Georgia Tech, Anawani started his professional football career with brief all-season stint with the Minnesota Vikings and Jacksonville Jaguars of the National Football League (NFL) in 2007. He then played a full season with the Canadian Football League (CFL) Edmonton Eskimos. Okay. In 2008, before his release and retirement from football. He then pursued a career in professional wrestling and signed by WWE in 2010, reporting to the developmental territory Florida Championship Wrestling, also known as FCW, under the ring name Roman Reigns. He made his main roster debut in 2012 as a member of the Shield along Dean Ambrose and Seth Rollins. They teamed together. They teamed together until disbanding in 2014, after which Reigns entered single competition, though the trio would occasionally reunite until Ambrose left WWE in 2019.
Believe that.
Now, I'm telling y'all now, that was stuff I had to take out to make this short. So, it was a lot longer than this. A triple threat match between Reigns, Strowman, and Lesnar for the Universal Championship was scheduled for the Crown Jewel event. However, on October 27th, Reigns relinquished the title and announced his hiatus on Raw, revealing that his leukemia had returned after 11 years of privately battling it and being in remission. Following this announcement, Reigns will go on an indefinite hiatus to receive treatment. Reigns was first diagnosed in May 2007 when he was signed to Minnesota Vikings and went into remission 2 years after the initial diagnosis. So, with that being said, strap in, put your seatbelts on, because this is about to be a crazy accolation round. Let's see if I can put out a notebook. And let me see if I can get this done in one take. Championships and accomplishments. National Collegiate Athletic Association, NCAA, first team All ACC in 2006. His professional wrestling escalade, CBS Sports Awards, Feud of the Year 2020 with Jey Uso, ESPN Awards, Best Storyline of the Year 2022, part of the Bloodline and Sami Zayn, Best Storyline of the Year 2023, part of the Bloodline 2.0, Male Wrestler of the Year 2022, 2 ESPYs Awards. Best WWE Moment 2019. Reigns returns to Raw and announced his leukemia is in remission. Florida Championship Wrestling. FCW Florida Tag Team Champion one time with Mike Dalton. Where's he at? New York Post
Hammerhager.
New York Post Awards Storyline of the Year 2022. Part of the Bloodline with Sami Zayn. Pro Wrestling Illustrated. Comeback of the Year 2019. Inspirational Wrestler of the Year 2018-2019. Most Hated Wrestler of the Year 2016. Most Improved Wrestler of the Year 2015. Tag Team of the Year 2013 with Seth Rollins. Ranked number 1 of top 500 wrestlers by PWI 500 in 2016 and 2022. Wrestler of the Year 2022. Jesus. Sports Illustrated, Wrestler of the Year.
And that's not even all of it.
That's not. Sports Illustrated, Wrestler of the Year 2021. Wrestler Observer Newsletter. Box Office Draw 2022-2023. Feud of the Year 2023. Part of the Bloodline with Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn. Best Gimmick 2021 is the Tribal Chief. Most Improved 2013. Tag Team of the Year 2013 with Seth Rollins. We said that again. Most Overrated 2016. I can kind of agree with at that point. At that point, he kind of was. But moving on. Most Worst Feud of the Year 2013 as part of the Authority versus Big Show. WWE accolades. Here we go. WWE Championship 4 times. WWE Universal Championship 2 times. WWE Intercontinental Championship 1 time. WWE United States Champion 1 time. Tag Team Champions 1 time with Seth Rollins. 28th Triple Crown Champion. 9th Grand Slam Champion under current format. 17th overall. Royal Rumble 2015. World Heavyweight Championship Tournament 2015. Slammy Awards 8 times. Breakout Star of the Year 2013 with Dean Ambrose and Seth Rollins as the Shield. Extreme Moment of the Year 2015 post TLC Rampage. Faction of the Year 2013-2014 with the Shield. Superstar of the Year 2014. Trending now. Hashtag of the Year 2013. Hashtag Believe in the Shield. Believe in the Shield. What a Maneuver of the Year 2013 is the Spear. Rivalry of the Year 2024 with Cody Rhodes. WWE Year in Awards 2 times. Best Reunion 2018 with the Shield. Hottest Rivalry 2018 versus Brock Lesnar. Bumpy Awards, I don't know what that is, 1 time. And Superstar of the Half Year 2020.
Hold on. You are forgetting one major accolade, sir.
That is
the longest
reigning champion of the modern era.
I said that.
I don't recall you saying it, but say it again.
I read that in his bio, and I said,
that should be the last
thing. When I said Reigns' title reign of 1,316 days as undisputed WWE Universal Heavyweight Champion is the 4th longest world title reign in WWE history and the longest championship reign since 1988.
He's up there with the likes of Bruno Sammartino.
Before they was letting clear people run wild with the championship. Now somebody else got it.
The people are a little bit tempted now.
Bobby Heenan reference.
Yeah.
He caught it.
Hammerhager, yeah. The Island of Relevancy.
So we got Bob Backlund, Hulk Hogan, and Bruno.
Oh, Big Show. I know that too.
Yeah, me.
What's going on, Charles? Thank you for joining in, brother. We appreciate you jumping in to the shenanigans that is known as Two Fat Guys Podcast.
And he's a part of the Samoan dynasty, the greatest family in wrestling ever created.
It is the largest family. No, not Charles.
Oh.
Obviously, Charles part of the Samoan dynasty. Let me see these stats.
No. You know one thing I've noticed though, because I don't know if y'all know that the fake tribal chief has recently got married. I think a couple weekends ago, actually.
He got what?
Solo got married a couple weeks ago. That's when Jay disappeared. That's when Jay disappeared off of TV for a little bit, for like 2 weeks.
Yeah.
These Fatus love them some chocolate.
Yes, thank you. That's what I was getting to. They love their melon. They love their melanated women.
They love the cake. As we all
do. To decide to get some fried chicken.
Go food pause.
Go.
Moving on. All right, so the question that we have for Roman is, what if Roman never became tribal chief? Would he still have the run and streak that he had?
Not at all.
No.
Him becoming the tribal chief not only allowed him to finally step into his persona.
Yes, y'all are very magical. Yes, our melon women are very magical.
Absolutely. We wouldn't have it any other way. Him stepping into the tribal chief role actually solidifies him as the greatest wrestler persona in this generation. He finally got to where Vince McMahon saw him going and wanted him to be, but the fans was giving him a hard time to get there. He finally got there. Not only did he get there, he put wrestling as a whole, not just WWE, he put wrestling as a whole on his back for the last 4 or 5 years. Because with that success, made AEW successful, made TNA successful, New Japan successful, because everybody wanted to see how you're going to compete with what's going on over here.
So Sean said we still be booing him out of the building. And I would probably partially agree with that. Now, here's my thing. I don't think Roman would be in the position that he's in if, I'm going to be honest with you, I know this is going to sound crazy, if COVID never happened. Remember, COVID. Stay with me for a second.
It gave him extra time to think about it.
But not just that, but remember, because of his leukemia and him recovering, he walked away from that run. He's supposed to have been in that WrestleMania match. But he told VKM, until y'all can guarantee my health, I'm not showing up.
And I don't blame him.
And I don't blame him either. People got mad at him, like fans and other wrestlers, just like, oh, but this man has a compromised immune system, and people were dying left and right from this. I don't blame him.
His family over everything.
Right. My health and my family over everything.
People getting mad at him for not doing the WrestleMania spot probably sparked that, like, you know what? I could be okay and people be mad at me. You know, people being mad at me, it'll be all right. So if I turn heel, it's going to be all right.
But I think the best thing is, like, when he did come back, when he came back, I think it was a SummerSlam match when he interfered with Braun Strowman and The Fiend.
The Fiend, yeah.
Right, and he interfered, and then you saw him maybe like 2 weeks later in the back, little quick silent promo talking to Paul Heyman. It was at that moment I said, no matter what happens from here on out, Roman Reigns is going to be the name that's going to stay on everybody's tongue. I knew it. I said it.
But you know the thing is,
because now you hold on, I'm sorry. But now you aligned yourself with the biggest talker, the best talker. And I love Bobby Heenan to death. Bobby Heenan was one of the greatest manager talkers out there. Jim Cornette, one of the great manager talkers. But nobody is talking Paul Heyman under the table. It's not happening. It's not. And Roman wasn't strong in promos. So now you get the guy who can talk. Yeah. See, me and Marquise right here. Pairing him with Paul Heyman was a genius idea.
Well, yeah. Everybody knew that.
Yeah, but some people thought so. You just want to have your haters, yo. Like, people was like, oh, he shouldn't have. Even though Punk didn't need Heyman, it still elevated Punk.
Brock needed Heyman. You hear how he talk without Heyman? Come on, guys. Come on, guys. Come on, guys. I'm defending. I'm defending.
Yeah, you go ahead and make fun of Brock Lesnar all you want.
He bleeds just like me.
I think he'll make you bleed faster.
Okay.
Hit him with a forklift.
So, but I don't think Roman would have had the career he had if it wasn't for Paul Heyman. Like I said, I don't think it would have
happened
without COVID. Paul Heyman made him. I don't think it would have happened without COVID because COVID put him. It's crazy as this going to sound. COVID gave him a bargaining chip that couldn't nobody say no to. Vince couldn't say no to because now this is the guy who is willing to put your company on his back and
For
keep
years to
it
come.
going. And keep it going. So now you got viewership that was declining because nobody was watching this during that, really watching wrestling during the COVID era. I watched it because I'm a mark for WWE. I openly admit that, so I was still watching. But the casual fans was not watching. And that's the people that you need because the hardcores are going to tune in. But you need the casual fans. Roman was able to bring the casual fans back and keep them. And then leading up to everything that happened post-COVID, you're like, all right, now they about to take the title from him. 4 years, 1,000.
The greatest storyline that's ever been written.
Later. And it was just...
Go ahead.
And like you just said, now it's the greatest storyline ever written. But at some point in time, all right, I'm speaking for me. I ain't gonna speak for nobody else. But for myself, it was like, all right, what else can you do with this? You can't go but so far.
Lies.
I think you reached the crescendo of the storyline.
And they keep finding different ways extending that joint.
But it's like Paul Heyman saying, like we're only in the bottom of the third.
Yeah.
And right now he's on the interview like we're in the fifth.
Marquis says that elevated him and especially Jey Uso. So, and that's the other thing about his streak and his run as being tribal chief. It allowed him to give people opportunities that typically wouldn't get it. Like, we know who the Usos was, but did we know who the Usos was? Like, we know Usos versus New Day. We knew about the whole all that, the paint and the bright. We knew that.
It was horrible, by the way.
But Roman got them and convinced the powers to be to let Jimmy and Jay beat Jimmy and Jay. And that came out. So now you went from that to welcome to the Uso Penitentiary.
Which is my favorite version of them.
Right. Yeah, when you put American Alpha, I knew right then and there they ain't need nobody else.
Right, and which made me fantasy book them versus the Briscoe brothers. Like, I wanted to see that. That'd have been good. That'd have been so good. All right, in my head, I was fantasy booking that tag match hard.
That would have been fire.
Hey, bro, you want to know what's the crazy thing about this, fellas? When you sit back and really think about it, like I was doing my research for this show. I was watching WWE Evil. How Roman Reigns became heel. And somebody said something that made me agree. It's Paul Heyman. He said the reason why he feels a certain way about Roman Reigns in the bloodline is because he's technically part of that bloodline.
Yeah, everything Paul's been around.
Right, everything he says about them, you have to understand he's not lying about none of it. He said he knew Roman Reigns before Roman Reigns knew Roman Reigns. This man was the manager of the Wild Samoans in WrestleMania 1.
Yeah, he knew them when they was kids.
He was like he went to Christmas parties. He went to Christmas parties, baby showers. Like, bro, this man and Rikishi was like, yo, this is our honorary Uso. It came from him.
Right.
This is him. Like, yo, this is personal. So when it was this one promo that he did for Roman Reigns, I think he was about to fight Brock Lesnar for SummerSlam, and he was like, "I need you to be the ultimate needle mover." I'm like, bro, you feel everything Paul Heyman is saying. He was like, "Cause it's coming from a legitimate place." I was there when the sister gave birth. He's the godparent of Roman's daughter. He's Roman's daughter's godfather.
All right, here's the thing. Yes, you feel everything Paul says, but Paul's also a phenomenal salesperson. Like,
that's true. That is true.
In the day, right? I know he doesn't believe in hell, but the reason why I said that because of a promo he did with Stephanie McMahon. She was like, "I hope you go to hell." He said, "I probably would if I believed it."
That line right there made him a goat.
Like, you know he's Jewish. You know Paul Heyman is Jewish, so Jewish people don't believe in hell. So it's like hell doesn't exist to them. So, but I've always said though, if Paul Heyman will be the one guy to sell water, to sell ice in hell. Like he can convince people in hell to buy ice. That's Paul Heyman.
Get the devil by a frozen cup.
Right. Get the devil by a frozen cup. From the projects.
Facts. Persuade the devil to walk on the street for 10 minutes. He's him. But you can tell, listen to the difference between the promos that he cut with the Big Show back in the day.
But look at the promos he cut with people, period, versus Roman. I see what you're saying, but look at it's the promos with Roman is different. It's completely different.
They personal. Like he really believes Roman is his tribal. Roman is his tribal chief.
The next one will be CM Punk. I wouldn't need Brock Lesnar would be third because he was like he knew around the time where he was doing Brock Lesnar with Brock Lesnar, he also was on the phone with Punk, watching Punk in the Indies. Yeah, he gave contract to Punk to come over to WWE because he stands for something that nobody else stands for in WWE.
So actually, what happened with Punk? Because Punk talked about this, and I actually came across this on Facebook by accident. Right. When Punk got signed to WWE, when he was down Ohio Valley, they didn't know what to do with him, and they was actually going to let him go. And then Paul stepped in and said, "Give him to me." Paul said, "Give him to me," and Vince was like, "You sure?" He was like, "Give him to me." Because, like you said, Paul saw the potential. He knew what Punk can be, so that's how Punk debuted on ECW.
Did you know two of them? He was over creative. He was like that with a lot of people.
Right.
Did you know what you call was supposed to be a Paul Heyman guy?
Who?
Corey Graves.
Yeah.
No, I didn't know that.
Yeah, it's a lot of people that are like low key.
Which means if he never got hurt, he'd have been the man in there.
Corey Graves. He wants Nia Jax.
I think he should get Nia. I mean, not to say that Nia's already accomplished pretty much whatever you can accomplish as a wrestler, so far as championships are concerned. But him with Nia,
as a woman wrestler, unfortunately. Like,
I'm just going to say as wrestler. I call them wrestlers. I don't call them women wrestlers. As a wrestler,
I'm with you.
I think technically, I would change Nia and I would put Naomi. I think he needs to get a hold of Naomi or Bianca.
I felt like that should have been like. I feel like sooner or later, they don't have to be on the same level, but we need a female bloodline.
Well, they were talking about them Tonga chicks, them twin Tonga girls.
Yeah, the twins, yeah. And Naomi.
I need Hill Naomi to come back.
And now they think about signing the younger sister.
Oh, you know they already talking about signing the brother that's up in New York wrestling right now.
Chikaleo?
Yep.
He already got it.
The family's unlimited, sir. The family's unlimited.
Because he signed under some indie contract up in New York.
I know Zilla just walked out of the other one. He's just looking. I ain't coming back.
Are you talking about he was in Booker T joint and walked out of that joint too?
Yeah.
So he might be a little bit of a problem. I don't know if they want to take that on.
Yeah, he literally said he wants to work with his tag team partner, which is the Samoan Werewolf.
But is you gonna walk out again because stuff don't go your way?
Okay, so he is signed to WWE. Marquise just confirmed it. So he is signed to WWE.
He might go to NXT first.
I hope he be better than the
He need to put he can't even sell a DDT.
So I want to piggyback real quick on something I was saying earlier about the people who got opportunities. People that also got opportunities just wasn't part of the bloodline. Sami Zayn got a lot of TV time. Sami Zayn introduced a word called Usi. Kevin Owens got picked up on TV time going against the bloodline.
4 years running now, by the way.
Right. That's one of the longest feuds in WWE right now. If not in WWE history. Like
that was 2.5 years?
4.
Remember, he was the original. He was the other than who was it that Roman was beefing with? Edge and a couple other people that kind of. Kevin has been the main dude he's been beefing with since he had that belt.
And they ain't beat him yet.
Let me see. Randy Orton.
Randy Orton was just recent.
No. Remember, they was beefing when Riddle was there because of the tag team title, because of the bloodline. So even Riddle got elevated until he got fired.
Jimmy and Jay got elevated.
But that was the given.
Solo got elevated. It made Edge like a beast before he left.
Right. Solo got elevated.
So that's the biggest elevation out of everybody was Solo.
Right. My man went straight from the floor to the fries in over a year.
NXT into the mix like that.
And look how far you become over that in 4 years. You'll go.
But like I said, you have
oodles and noodles on the top.
People who are not part of the bloodline actually being elevated. So Roman just wasn't elevating his family; he was elevating everybody else, which I think is awesome. Like that speaks volumes for him.
He said he was a needle mover. He meant it.
Right.
Hey, you know who else he elevated though? I hate to say it, Logan Paul.
Yeah.
Logan Paul. Because Logan Paul he hasn't put on a bad match yet. And the one with Roman was one of his best.
And as much as it pains me to say this, because as much as y'all know, I do not hold my tongue, my disdain for Logan Paul and his brother. I gotta give that man credit when it comes to his in-ring ability. Like, he takes that craft serious enough.
Very seriously.
Very seriously.
You train for SummerSlam?
Yeah.
Oh my God! When he practicing that move that he did.
Yeah, like, I give him credit. Like, and I gotta give him credit for this. It pains me to admit it. He did a commercial or promo or something where he was talking about all the other wrestlers. He was like, "Y'all guys do this day in and day out." And I make this look better than y'all guys do. And I'm only a part-timer, so just imagine what I'd do if I was full-time.
He was right.
He has a point.
Yeah, but I didn't want to agree with it, but I had to. I'm not going to disagree with logic. Like, you can't disagree with logic, because what he said was very logical. Like, this man does this, and granted, maybe because they do it full time, it's more wear and tear on their bodies compared to his. But you still should not have a part timer coming in outshining matches. Like,
that man does the slingshot clothesline better than Adam Page. I don't even know if Adam Page used that move.
Yeah.
All right, so
and he's a teeny guy.
Yeah, he's not that big, yo. So,
not that big.
I know this is going. This is going to start some controversy. This next question, and for our Spotify listeners, I will put a poll up for you to answer this question. Who's the better wrestler / sports entertainer?
I already got my answer.
I already know my answer. And it's not a biased answer. It's with fact.
It's facts. Facts.
The buckshot lariat page move. LOL.
Oh, he don't do it better than
we call it the prime clothesline.
Right.
Right. So, all right. Who was the better? I think I know the answer to this for y'all too, but I want to hear it anyway. Who is the better wrestler / sports entertainer?
Who going first? Me? Who?
After you, sir.
Oh, cool. Appreciate it. Fellow comrade. Yeah. Better wrestler is Cody. Better wrestler is Cody, hands down. But better entertainer is Roman. He knows how to work the crowd without even trying. All he gotta do is step in the ring and kick a rope. If you can get the attention from Macho Man's perspective, the GOAT, he said, if you can just do very little to get a very lot out of the audience, you have them hook, line, and sinker. Cody has to go down to the ring, bang on the mat, do the whole whoa to get them in the match, start hawking up. You don't got to do that with Roman. All Roman got to do is kick the rope and mug and throw his hand up. How many people gonna put their hands out? I've seen you do it a couple times. Come on, one time. That's all you got to do. This man, one finger made it iconic, and your teachers in your class and your parents have been doing it to you your whole life. And he made it more valuable than anything just by putting up his one finger.
Not to mention the impact that's had on pop culture.
Yeah. I ever seen somebody hit a home run for the Orioles and then get on the home base and put his hand up.
Right, like you're watching professional athletes throwing ones up. Like,
what was it? The San Francisco 49ers, they trained the song at the Roman Reigns theme song.
Yes. Although give credit to the Usos for the ones because that came from them.
Say what?
Give credit to the Usos for the ones because that came from them.
Yeah, because he was like, they're right, because they was gonna be the ones and y'all the twos. But I always felt like that saying was subliminal. The saying that the twos were two. You know, like
right. It just hurt me to say it sometimes because everybody ever like keep saying it.
You know,
and then it's part of my birthday, so it don't even matter.
Right, I just felt like the Usos was calling people ish.
Yeah, you were. Cody, on the other hand, technical wrestling, he's the business side of everything. He walks like the old wrestlers from NWA days, carrying the belt. This is what you do, how you present yourself on TV. You are the wrestling type. You know how to technical wrestling. Hell, it's in your college background. This is what you've done for a living before you step into the ring to entertain. And that's one thing.
NCAA champion.
Right. This is one thing his father always said. He said, it's good to be a wrestler, but if I can't relate to you, what good is being a wrestler?
That is true.
If you can't entertain, for them 15, 20 minutes you're in that ring, when you're doing these wrestling moves, how to sell them, and how to promote them, and put them on with a good show, what good are you to me?
You're the best wrestler in the world with nobody in the stands.
With nobody in the stands. There's a couple of them right now in WWE. I can give you a couple right now. And one of them's a female. And I hate to say it, but it's Shayna Baszler.
Yeah.
Hold up. What about Shayna Baszler?
She's a great wrestler,
but she's not entertaining.
No, I think she should have stuck to the NXT version of herself.
The NXT that was entertaining. She should go back down.
Yeah,
I think she should go back down and rebuild.
This LGBTQ version of this clique they got going on ain't working out.
You know, one of those members is not part of the Alphabet Club, right?
I'm just saying. I don't know.
That would be Zoe.
Yeah, Zoe's not part of the Alphabet Club.
They need to do something different. This PCL or PCP.
First of all, PFC sounds like a carry out.
It sounds like a category 3 drug.
Sound like something you put in the perm.
All right.
My take on your question.
Yes. Please.
Obviously, you can't say Roman's the better wrestler because Cody was a collegiate wrestler, so you know that just kind of answers that part of it all. As an entertainer, my space in between them is a little tight because Cody, when he first got to WWE up until he left, was given several different opportunities and balls to carry, and I feel like he pulled them off very well. Despite what he may feel about him, I like Dashing Cody Rhodes. I like Stardust. I like
everyone was good.
The broken, grotesque Cody Rhodes. I like all of the things he was doing. The mustache, the mirrors, the mask, all of that. Every opportunity he had, I felt like he ran with it, and it was entertaining. When he left and went to New Japan and did all the stuff with RH and the Bullet Club, I felt it was entertaining. But then you have Roman on the side of when he came into the Shield, he was quiet. He ain't had nothing to say, but he was punching people in the face. I felt it entertaining. You ain't had to talk. Just punch people in the face. I was cool with that. Now the tribal chief version.
2 words.
That's all you need.
2 words the entire time with the Shield. Believe
I'm good with that. He stepped up to the Wyatts. He stepped up to Triple H. That's all I need you to do. Either beat somebody up or know how to talk. One of the two. You don't have to do both. But this version of him now, where he could just walk in, swag on 1,000, say a couple of words, walk out, wreck everybody and leave. His Kev shirt will say, he is the best entertaining version of a wrestler right now.
All right, so Marquis said facts. When he was a gimmick that was entertaining, the dashing Cody Rhodes was my favorite. I muted you, Dan, because of the feedback. That's why. So I saw you look at me when I muted you. I'm gonna unmute you in a second. Like you're not in timeout, boss. It was a feedback. He was like, yes. So wrestler is going to be Cody, and I think we're all in unison with that. But I'm with you now. It's a very thin line between Roman and Cody being entertaining, because like you said, Cody Rhodes, like right now, is a wrestler. He's an executive guy, like Danny said, NWA style. You know, old school AWA, NWA style, four horsemen type of dude. You walk with the title in your arms. It's about presentation. You present yourself as a champion. You dress as a champion. You walk as a champion. You talk as a champion. That's something that Ric Flair had always embodied. Something that Ric Flair beat into our heads growing up. You know, in order to beat him, Cody does. Now, prior to all this, Stardust, dashing, all of it was funny. And it also showed you what he can do if put in the corner. Because he didn't want to do Stardust. He did not. That was not his idea. But for whatever reason, VKM thought it would be a good idea to make this melodramatic character based upon his brother. So what Cody do? Cody did what his father did when you put him in the polka dots. He went out there and did his thing. And he made Stardust shine. He made Stardust shine. Going to Ring of Honor, New Japan, IWGP, that was him showing people I'm not just a gimmick. I can wrestle. I can go. And I can talk my ish. And I can back my ish up. Now, Roman, like you said, couldn't talk ish. Remember the promo, the beat him and John Cena had. John Cena said, you've been here for 5 years and you can't cut a promo. I can't quit because you can't do your job. That was real. And John Cena rarely ever shoots on somebody doing a promo.
Now, could he not do a promo, or was he not allowed to say what he wanted to say? He had to say what Vince told him to say.
He couldn't cut promos.
How you know? If I'm saying everything that this man is telling me to say, is it my promo or is it this man's promo?
So hold on, Dan. I'm gonna get to you. I got you, D. So here's the thing. And Paul Heyman said this, and even Triple H said this. Vince will give you a script to read and to study and to try to memorize like in 5 minutes, okay, for your promo. Once you are able to deliver his promos, then he'll start giving you leeway to do your own stuff. That's what made Punk good, because Punk was once Punk said, I'm not reading no more scripts. And that's what made Paul Heyman great, because Paul Heyman's like, I'm not giving you a script. Go out there, talk about this. You got 5 minutes. Go. Okay? So once Punk got that down, Drew McIntyre got that down, Roman at that time did not have that down. So that's why John Cena was saying, you've been here for 5 years and you still can't cut promos. Even
all
if
you had me say was believe that. All I got to say was believe that for 5 years.
But no, this was prior to 5 years. This was before when he became the big dog in the yard. He said, I'm the big dog in the yard now when he beat Undertaker.
It's my yard.
Right, this is my yard now. Right, I'm the big dog. Now this was prior to that promo and between him and John Cena, and he still couldn't cut promos. Like he just didn't feel comfortable talking, and I get it. Like you said, for the first part of your career on the main roster, you said 2 things. Now you want me to go out here and talk for a whole 5 minutes, just rambling the stuff that you told me that you gave me backstage as I was walking through Gorilla. I get it. So putting him with Paul worked. Now, him being with Paul taught him how to talk. So when Paul taught him how to talk, he became more entertaining. He became the Roman Reigns that we know now.
So here's the question: why they couldn't give him to Paul before? Why they couldn't give somebody a mouthpiece before?
I don't think Paul was with the company at that time. I think Paul was in and out with the whole Brock Lesnar thing.
Or let's go back to what Dan said earlier. Brock Lesnar was with Paul Heyman forever. Brock Lesnar still can't cut a promo. What's the problem?
Brock Lesnar doesn't care. At the end of the day, this is a check for Brock Lesnar. At the end of the day, for Roman Reigns, this is his livelihood. This is his family. This is his bloodline. So he has more to lose
for the championship.
All right, he has more to lose. I'm sorry, y'all Spotify people, y'all can't see what Dan's doing. He's being Dan. Roman has more to lose than Brock Lesnar ever could.
Now, I challenge you with this comment.
I almost unmuted you. And I
challenge
saw
you
what you were saying.
Because if you go back to when Roman was down in NXT, when it was NXT/FCW, the same type of style of promo that he started doing as a tribal chief, he was already doing then. So how is it he couldn't do promos? Other than the fact that I was rusty with doing promos because all you had me say for these number of years was
I've never seen him down Florida. I've rarely ever seen Florida Championship matches. Period. I see clips from documentaries and stuff like that, but that's regional, so I didn't see it. I didn't know who Roman Reigns was. I didn't know who Roman Reigns was until he became part of the Shield. I and everybody was like, "No, those dudes was down NXT." I didn't watch NXT like that, so I didn't know who they were.
They was comparing him to The Rock because he always came out in the suit and he was always tapping on his watch like, "You know what time it is? It's my time." It is he. They could do promos, but like he said in WWE, I didn't like doing it just because of that fact that he had memory problems. And it showed over time. He said when John Cena cut that promo, he said, "I really want to fight him. You put me on blast." He was like, "Yo, the same way you put my cousin on blast when he wrote his notes on his hand, you gonna do this to me." That's what made it real personal. Like, nah, we gotta settle this. But yeah, Roman could cut a promo, but it's not A1 promo. It was one of those Tiffy time promos. You should just walk through.
Tiffany getting on my nerves. I'm gonna be honest with you.
A waste of time. But what?
They don't have a real spot to put her.
Yeah, that's why I think her cash in is gonna be unsuccessful.
She about to turn on Nia anyway. It's coming.
Her cash in doesn't need to be unsuccessful. It needs to be out of nowhere. If you want to put her in the light like she had when she first got here, she got to do that cash in on the time when nobody's expected it. Like before Bailey even come out to the ring, run down there and cash in.
I'm a little pissed. I know this has nothing to do with the topic, but I'm a little pissed. Exactly, because why we got another Bailey versus Nia match? I think I'm over Bailey. I'm just honest. I think Bailey needs to go chill for a little while. Go have a kid. Go do something. Go get married. Go do something.
Bailey.
I'm tired of Bailey. Don't get me wrong. Bailey is great, and she's done everything you could possibly do. Now it's time to chill and let somebody else get some burn.
I would want to see Naomi deal with the glow belt.
Only reason why I would want Bailey to win so Jade can probably come take it off.
I think she would have to go against Nia Jax. That'd be like a Hulk Hogan versus.
Jade is the next one up. I don't think they're gonna put the belt back on Bianca for a minute. She don't really need it. She's good without it for the moment. I think Jade is the next one up, but I know this ain't the topic.
So we have come to the conclusion that hands down, Cody's a better wrestler. Hands down, in unanimous decision that Cody's a better wrestler. Split decision on that Roman's the better sports entertainer versus Cody being a better sports entertainer. So
we named Cody as a better wrestler. Nobody said this man wrestled with a torn pectoral.
I mean, does that need to be mentioned? Because it's like evident. Like, first of all, when he took the jacket off,
for having a torn titty in the wrestling match. Let's keep it a buck.
He won a match with a torn pectoral muscle. First of all,
call it what you want to call it.
It's not a titty because men don't have titties. I refuse to stop. It's called a pectoral muscle for a reason.
That's not what people tell me all the time.
I got moobs. I got man boobs. Moobs.
I call them middies to be exact. Middies. M-I-T-T-I-E-S.
Middies?
Middies.
Okay, you know what? We're not going off the rails, fellas. We're keeping this train on track. We're keeping this train on track. So, that's not what I asked you. What? So I have a question for you guys. So, Bad Blood is coming up this Saturday. Ms. Voorhees said middies, and she blew you a kiss. So, Bad Blood is coming up this Saturday, the 5th. Put down the drawer for that. What are your predictions for...
50 Shades of Grey.
Stop. What are your predictions for Bad Blood? Starting with the WWE Women's World Championship match. Liv Morgan versus Mommy. Rhea Ripley with Dominic Mysterio will be locked in a shark cage hanging above the ring. The ring, excuse me.
With Nutso.
Nutso! I'm going with Liv.
Did you hear what he said where what's the name? Adam Pearce made the match and they was in the back and she was like, no, he can't do it. And Dawn was like, I can't go back.
Classic. It's classic.
It's the dirty Dom.
In any situation, he's going to win every time.
I love the Prison Dom character. I'm sorry. They can say what they want to say about Dom. You killing that joint right now.
Yeah, you killing it. No man said, you can't put me back behind bars. You know what that did to me? You can't put me back.
You remember my man was in jail for a whole clash.
Right. But you know who helps carry that character over?
Everybody around him.
Corey Graves be the little side comments Corey Graves be making. I'm telling you, you gotta listen to when we talk about it.
Corey carries a lot of people stupid gimmicks over because he's good at what he does. Corey was like, "Oh, you need to watch your mouth, Michael Cole. You don't know what it is. Dirty Dom did hard time. You know,
hard time.
You don't know what it's like to be in the yard."
He said, "Oh no, he's going."
But what Corey Graves said, they're like, Cole, you don't know what it's like to do 23-1. I was like, neither do they.
How does Corey know?
Yeah, exactly.
He is from Pittsburgh.
Hey.
I mean, you're not from Pittsburgh. I understand you're a Steelers fan, but you ain't from there. So.
I was there the same amount of time Dom was in prison.
One day.
Exactly. Okay, so hopefully nobody from Pittsburgh is listening, and I don't mean to put you guys down. I love the Steelers, but that is a depressing town. I thought Baltimore City was depressing. That is a depressing town when you ride through that joint.
Baltimore's not depressing.
First of all, sir, this is the true story. When I first moved to Baltimore, I took a bus ride from Security Boulevard. I took it from Security Boulevard to Moravia Road.
So I know what bus you was on. That was your fault. Okay, go ahead.
Hear me when I say, that song that be Otis Redding, which is a relative, really in real life. I was born by the river. How they play so slow and it sounds so sad. That's how that whole bus trip felt.
Not Otis Redding. That's Sam Cooke.
Sam Cooke, whoever.
But you went to Baltimore first. Nobody does that.
So
that was the most depressing thing I've ever seen in my life.
So okay, A Change Gonna Come, which is the song that you're referencing, is Sam Cooke. Mm-hmm. And the Otis Redding song that you were confusing it for was The Dock of the Bay.
Either one. That was a depressing song because it was a long bus ride. I got to listen to both songs in my head. That was a long, depressing ride, sir. I ain't never seen such despair in my life until I took that bus ride.
Well, first time for everything. Welcome to Baltimore. I ain't gonna front. I still rather catch a Baltimore bus in the New York subway.
Say, sir, this crack is sin.
I think Liv is going to win because I just have this strange feeling Raquel is going to come back. It's a long shot. I just had this feeling somebody's going to interfere in this match.
Oh, somebody's definitely going to interfere, but I don't think it's Raquel. She has not been medically cleared yet. She's still going through her issues.
Man, I mean, I don't know, but somebody's gonna do something. It's gonna be somebody from Red's past that she done screwed over one way or another. And the biggest one for me is Raquel. I don't see nobody else.
It should be Tony Storm. That'd have been dope.
That'd have been definitely ridiculous.
So we all in agreement that's going to be Liv Morgan. So
It's
make
gonna
sure
be
you
Liv.
write that down. Write that down. Dang.
I'll get it off the show later. I'll get it off the show.
All right. WWE Women's Championship match. Nia Jax versus, on here it says TBA, but now we know it to be Amy.
I say Nia with Tiffy cashing.
Yeah, I say Nia. If Bailey gets this belt back, it's going to be she'll win the belt back. What?
I mean, the boy do look like Eddie. Like literally look like that.
He's not Eddie's son. Stop.
He do not look like Eddie, yo.
Let that man hang around that little porno mustache and every practice.
I did it side by side. Look at him. I'm telling you, he looks just like him.
Yo, the new broadcaster. I don't know the new play-by-play guy.
He's horrible.
Yeah, he is.
This is not for him. He's probably good wherever he came from, but this ain't for him.
So
he used to be a WBC commentator.
Yeah. So the problem is, so here's the thing: when you are a professional sports announcer versus you being a professional wrestler announcer, there's two different ways you call it, and because you have to sell everything that's going on, you have to verbally act out everything that's going on, and this guy doesn't do that, and he actually takes me out of it. That was like the last guy they had, the one that wound up quitting. Because he said JBL was bullying him.
Oh, Mauro Morello?
Yeah. So, and evidently he's getting back into wrestling. I think he's supposed to be with Lucha Underground or somebody like that.
He was a beast, though.
No, AAA. No, my bad. He's at AAA.
He was a beast at NXT promoting everybody moved. Right. Right. And now Michael Cole is doing what everybody's doing. He's doing the same thing Morello was doing.
No, dude, don't do that. Don't do that. Michael Cole was not. Michael Cole has always had his own flair. And once Michael Cole found this niche and got out of JR Shadow, Michael Cole has been the voice of WWE. And I
never said he wasn't. But the imagery that he's giving off now was Murillo.
Yes.
Nah, I disagree.
Michael Cole wasn't this animated before.
He wasn't this animated. Never. Even when he had his own. Nah. You can say what you want. I ain't believing that. I done seen Murillo do a whole lot of stuff.
So now this is for you. Why did the ride from the far west to the far east on the bus? Why did you? Okay, I told you I can't read. Why did you ride from the far west to the far east on a bus? Sheesh.
You know why? The only reason why the man would think that got a bus ride.
To be transparent, I lived over in Moravia. I went to that side of town to see someone, and then they had to go to work, had a meat delivery, and had to get back home.
Had a meat delivery. So you was out here dashing, huh?
I was working. Meals on wheels.
You was Instacarting out this month. What was Instacart?
Meals on wheels, sir. Meals on wheels. Before it was Instacart, it was meals on wheels.
Yes, sir. Ahead.
Right, nope, so not doing bring it back.
And then I went to the mall.
I'm gonna bring it back. All right.
Yeah,
all right. So, we want to say Nia.
Uber Eats.
Are we saying Nia over Bailey?
Yeah.
Yes, we are.
Okay. We have Damian Priest versus Finn Balor.
Priest.
I wanted to be Priest, but I think it's going to be Finn.
The only way it would be Finn is if there was some type of interference.
And nobody's banned from ringside.
I don't think they had Priest lose the belt and lose his first singles match again.
Well, you would take all power away from Priest. If he loses, it'll be he can win by disqualification.
Has he lost a match since he lost the title?
No.
I know he got the crap beat out of him a few times.
Yeah, he hasn't lost since he won. Since he lost the belt.
Okay, because I know he beat the snot out of Dom and Big Head what's his name?
Lord Farquhar.
Yeah, Lord Farquhar. JD
Keep calling
McDummy.
him Farquhar. That's disrespectful in the worst way.
JD McDummy.
The thumb with feet.
I want to say Damien, but I'm going with Finn.
Damien's gonna win by disqualification. Somebody gonna cheat, hit him with something.
All right, next match: Roman Reigns and Cody Rhodes. Roman Reigns and Cody Rhodes versus Solo Sikoa and Jacob Fatu.
Solo and Fatu.
Before this goes down, would that tag team name be called the American Reign?
No.
Or Nightmare Reign?
No.
The Reign of America?
No.
OTC Reign?
No.
Star Reign?
No. Okay, look, we're gonna stop.
Dusty Reigns?
Nope. Dusty Reigns.
Cody Reigns.
American Roman?
That's a contradiction.
I got Solo and Jacob winning that one.
The Roman Nightmare.
I feel like Roman should lose this match, and then he'd be like, you know what? I can't trust nobody else but my fam. And that's when he goes scoop up Jimmy, and then go scoop up Jay, and go scoop up whoever else. That's cousin number 23. And now we're gonna come out here and get this beef going for real.
I'm gonna change that.
Marquis said, I'm going with Baylor. This match needs a stipulation, in my opinion. It does, but we're not.
It's the Demon versus the Puerto Rican Skyhawk. Or the bisexual Undertaker. Either way you look at it, the same person.
That's not cool.
All right. So, last match, Hell in a Cell, CM Punk versus Drew McIntyre.
I honestly don't care.
I don't really give a damn.
Okay, but you got to
pick. I'm tired of seeing both of them.
I'm gonna go with Larry. Larry's gonna win.
The dog? Okay.
Yes.
You sound like our former governor when he voted for Ronald Reagan. Just you can't be throwing your votes away.
No, I'm gonna go with CM Punk. I think Drew's gonna, do business and let CM Punk win. Although we know he shouldn't.
I think Punk is gonna win, but it's gonna be a good match. Because I think Triple H is gonna give us a classic Hell in a Cell match.
I think it's gonna be a draw.
If it's not a bloody match, I don't want to see it. I ain't gonna lie to you.
If they're not leaking, I don't want to see it.
I think they're gonna be leaking.
I'm getting tired of seeing these Hell in a Cells and bad bloods, and the one thing about it we miss is blood.
And the only reason why I say that is because both of them in their separate promos blatantly said there's going to be blood.
I don't want to see no staple gun. I don't want to see no syringes. I don't want to see no concrete blocks. I don't want to see none of that in this match.
I don't want to see no Ziploc bags.
No Ziploc bags. Just give me thumbtacks. I'm good with thumbtacks.
I need a head hitting the cage, scraping the cage,
scraping it.
So, all right. So, what Marquis said, not but nah, like no. We're getting blood. The PPV is called Bad Blood.
Did you see the last? I'm about to say, did you see the last few Bad Bloods? Was there a drop of blood out there?
The last Extreme Rules pay-per-view we had. Come on now.
The most extreme something happened. Somebody got pinched, and that was extreme.
If the name of your show was something that could be dangerous, I need dangerous shit to happen. That's just flat out. If I want to say ladder match, I need people going through it.
Meanwhile, people in AEW lighting themselves up with Christmas lights, and they're a little bit ahead of us in that regard.
They got ropes made out of barbed wire and explosives. You don't care too much for your life at all.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we have come to. I wanted to talk about the Jey Uso thing, but we can do that the next show when we do the Bad Blood show. We can slide Jay in there. because I want to talk about the potential outcome dealing with Jimmy. But we can get into that when we do the next episode, which is going to be the Bad Blood Fallout, which is going to be on the 6th, which is that Sunday after Bad Blood. So definitely check us out that Sunday. We will be here. The Big Now will be joining us again for that. So with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, if you need some music and if you're looking to listen to some good, strong instrumentals, head over to Spotify and look up Psycho Music, SYKO Music. That is SYKO Music. Our man Dan Jones has a plethora of instrumental albums that he has released over the last few years. He actually dropped a few this year. So go and check those out. If you're looking for music, definitely hit us in the DM. He will be more than willing to help you out, talk numbers, and all that other beautiful stuff. You can also find us on Twitch. I am under Crazy Gaming, all one word, KRAYZEGAMING. And you can find Dan Jones under Psycho. You can find Dan Jones under Psycho Gaming, SYKOGAMING, all one word. Also, and yeah, check us out. We are going to be all over the place.
You can also find them on roundabout.com.
No, you cannot. Also, you want to email us. You can email us at 2fatguyspodcast99@gmail.com. Facebook, 2fatguyspodcast. Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube is 2fatguyspodcast99. But yeah, so 2fatguyspodcast99 for Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube. All right, ladies and gentlemen, it has been fun. Once again, shout out to Big Nine for coming through. I know y'all's like, man, he might well be part of the show. Theoretically, he kind of is.
The name is called Two Fat Guys. I'm doing the possible.
So, but he is definitely a brother in arms. He is a brother in arms with us, so we definitely appreciate whenever he can take time out of his life.
I'm bald and fat. I fit right in.
Yeah, and jump in with the shenanigans. Put down the fork. Stop, yo, with the damn Uno card. So, with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, it has been a pleasure as always. We do appreciate you taking time out of your day on this lovely Saturday evening to come hang out with Two Fat Guy Podcast. We do appreciate you so much. Thank you for the love and support. Follow, like, and subscribe. And as always, tell a friend to tell a friend that is Two Fat Guys Podcast. Peace.
Thank you.